everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Taylor, and in today's video I will be doing a budget with me for our first paycheck in the beginning of March. Both me and my husband get paid twice a month, the 1st and the 15th. Technically I guess it's the 15th and the last day of the month, but 1st and the 15th. So this paycheck will be will last us from March 1st to March 15th here. And I already kind of did my initial pre-writing, if you will, and kind of writing our different incomes and the amounts there, what we kind of auto save and we don't even like touch at all, and we just put it right into our savings. And then I kind of did our fixed expenses with our like rent, all of our utilities, different insurances, subscriptions, payments, things like that. I have that all written out, a rough estimate for about half the month and what it costs essentially. And so I do keep some parts of my life and my budget private, so that is hence the little sticky notes there. And so really I'm focusing on my variable expenses with some of my like additional savings. And so basically our total income for this pay period minus our expenses and minus our auto savings left us with $3,765. And with that, my extra for my budgeting is going to be about $500. So I'm going to do minus 500, and that leaves us with $3,265. And then Conrad's extra is going to be about $112. And so minus 112. And so that is typically how we utilize our extra money, as we use kind of these extra, Conrad's extra, so like any overtime or holiday, sick vacation or whatever. That's the amount we usually split half here and then put half here estimated. And then I got an additional paycheck from a different committee that I'm on. Every time we have a meeting, I get paid to attend and participate in things like that. And so usually with those paychecks, I try to kind of cash stuff extra with that one, so as much as I can. So we are left now with $31.53. And before I write out my variable expenses, I always like to play around with my money and see what I want in each category. So I usually then put the amount here at the top. So we are working with $3,153, which is a lot more than I initially thought. And it's making me want to double check to make sure I am working with that amount. Let me double check real quick. Okay, guys, I just double checked. This is definitely not correct. I was like, this seems a little high. And yes, it isn't. It's like double what it should be. So actually we are playing with, for our categories, about $1,612, which that definitely sounds a lot more accurate. So let me just update this, $1,612. And how I kind of work on distributing it out between, you know, our variable spending, short-term, long-term, sinking funds, envelopes, things like that, is honestly I kind of just wing it. So I start with what we usually always need first. And so for groceries, I always put in $250. And then for Costco, I usually do about $100. And sometimes I'll subtract as I go. Sometimes I'll just subtract to the very end. It really just depends. So I'm gonna kind of go as I go for this one. And so gas, I try to overstuff it since it's been a little crazy, but I think I'm just gonna do 60. I'm gonna do 60. I also have to keep in mind that I will be unstuffing our February saving, all our February completed saving challenges, and some of those will go towards some of our sinking funds and things like that. So I don't necessarily have to contribute much of the paycheck towards them, because I know I'll be putting some away using those completed challenges. And so household, I'm just going to put in $20, just in case, I don't even know, we might need something. Entertainment is anything, basically anything extra, and I'm just going to do 120 today. Conrad's spending, I'll give him 20, and I'm going to give myself 20 as well. So after our variable expenses, that leaves us just over $1,000. And so I then kind of divvy it up throughout. Our beauty, I do know I will need to be adding some additional funds to that one specifically, and I think I'm going to I'll probably do 120, just because I know one of our challenges kind of fits that, and I already know my nails will be taken out of this paycheck because I kind of like unstuffed before it hit it got out of my account. Long story short. So that's kind of how much my nails and my other stuff were. Drinks, I'm gonna do 25, and that is, you know, coffee, alcohol, things like that. Car maintenance, I don't know, I kind of skip around. So let's see. Gifts, I'm gonna put in 20. Car registration, I'm going to put in, I'm not gonna put anything in because I think I'm gonna end up pulling that anyway. So Pokemon cards, I'll give Conrad another $10. Medical, I always like to put in just 30, usually is like my basic I always put in. Hygiene, I don't know what I want to put in. Hobbies, I always kind of put in 50 to see how that goes. Gym, I'm gonna do 17, minus 17. So we have $7.50 left. Thing is, like, birthdays, maybe like a $5. Sometimes I just like putting a little bit in. Makes me feel a little bit more accomplished. I'm not going to put anything in car registration. Date nights, I will be putting in maybe, I don't know why I keep doing 25. Seasonal, don't really need much there. Soccer, we will put in a 20. Anniversary, I'll put in 10. Minus 10. Car maintenance, I'm going to put in 40. We have $6.50 left. Clothing, I'm going to, I don't even know if I need clothing. Hygiene, I'll put in, things really do add up for hygiene. I'll put a 50 in for hygiene. And clothing will be, I'll use my saving challenges for that. Down here, we have travel, student loans, emergency fund. Our student loans, I'm going to put in an additional 50. So I'm going to do minus 50 again. Traveling, I'm going to use that with saving challenge money. Emergency fund, our emergency fund is pretty all good. And so I'm supposed to have 550 for here, but let's go ahead and just add all this up together again. So hopefully it's all like in frame. Sorry, I have to like write sideways. I physically cannot write straight up and down. I just can't. So we are starting with 1,612. Minus 20, minus 100, 20, 60, 20. So that does leave us with $550 for cash stuffing. Awesome. And so now I am going to take the categories. Oh, I'm so sorry. And I will now be putting those in this section here. And I usually have more than I need, so I think I'll end up combining. So all right, so there we go. Now that all matches. And now I will be using my fancy dancy. What is that, 550? Oh, that's so weird. We're cash stuffing a total of 1,162, and then for this it's 1,612. That like freaked me out there for a second. All right. Sorry, I have this like extra sheet of paper that I'm just a little lost by, but all is well. Now is my little fancy denomination tracker. This is how I figure out what specific denominations I will need for all my categories. And so before I kind of go through this, I will just quickly write down my categories, the descriptions, and then I'll be right back. All right, perfect, beautiful. I'm gonna plug this back in because I no longer need it since I now have all of my denominations here. And let's just have at it. So we have $20. I usually like that in a 20. Costco, I usually do 250s. Entertainment, I'll probably do, honestly, 250s and a 20. Gas, I'll probably just do 220s, so that's 40. I'll do, and then 210s, so 60. Groceries, I always kind of do in 2 100s and a 50. Household, we'll just get a 20. Taylor spending, I'm gonna get myself a 20 as well. Beauty will get 120 because I know I'll basically be spending all of that, so. Car maintenance, we'll get 220s. Drinks, we'll get, I'll do 210s and a 5. Gym, we'll get 2, 5, and 17. Hobbies, I always gonna give a 50. Hygiene, I'll do a 50. Medical, I'm gonna do a 20 and a 10. Pokemon cards, I'll do a 10. Birthdays, we'll get a 5. Dates, we'll get a 5 and a 20. Gifts, we'll get a 20. Soccer, we'll get a 20. Anniversary, we'll get a 10. Student loans, we'll get a 50. And now I just kind of like to add them all up so then I know what I will need to grab from the bank. We have 4 5s, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 10s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13 $20 bills, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 3 100s. And then I usually then get the dollar amount. So then I can add it up and just quadruple check my math. And like, I don't know what 2013 is. It's probably 26. Yeah, 26. You know, 260, 400, and 300. So now if I were to add up all of these, 1,062. Is that what we're supposed to have? Why do I feel like we're not supposed to have that number? Did I mess up? I could have easily messed up. Plus 550, 1612. Yep, that works. Perfect. All right. False alarm. False alarm. So this equals now, I'm going to put it up here, 1,062 through 1st to the 15th. So this is what I will then make sure I take to the, use on a bank teller slip and pull these specific denominations. But now I also like to do some denomination tracker for my cash stuffing. And so first I'll kind of go through the different dates and figure out specifically what days I want to know. I know I want to cash stuff and figure out how much I'm going to end up playing with. I, of course, am recording on my phone, and that's usually the calendar that I use. And so I'm actually going to hit pause, write down my dates so I have an idea, and then I'll jump right back into this. All right, so I'm back. I wrote down kind of what I typically do. And so I for sure love doing my Monday minis and monthly mania, my Wednesday box challenge videos, and then my Friday future, my Sunday game day. And then obviously if I have the extra funds, I really like to do my saving with my subscribers Saturday. I try to fit in 1, hopefully 2 travel days, but I'm only going to budget for 1 in my month ahead if at all possible. And then I do set aside certain money for Conrad to stuff since he's able to do that as well. And so he has an extra 112, so I'm going to do 112 for this first one and then 100 for the second one. So in order to make sure we don't go over, we have $950. Mini Monday, I usually play with, I think 50 is honestly a good amount. And so if I end up having extra to play with, great, but I don't want to over budget. I do like playing with like I'll play with 125 for my minus 250. So I have 600. I want to finish this box challenge and I don't know how much it is. And so I think I'm going to do 60 for the first one. And then I want to make sure I finish it. So I'm going to do 75 for the second. My future Friday videos really just depends. Same with Sunday game day. I really try and play with, honestly, a lot for Sunday game day. Around 125 still. So I think I'm going to do 125 for each of them. And the thing is, like, I might not actually post one on the second since I'll be kind of traveling back. And so I also have to be realistic with myself at the same time. So So I only have $215 left. And so I think what I'm actually going to do is only have $100 for these days and change this to 50 and that to 50. So I'm going to add back on plus 25 plus 10 plus 50. So I have $300 now. And for my travel day, my month ahead, I think even just $50 would be fine. My travel day, if I can get 75, I think that would be a great amount. And then 175, what is that? And if I can do, what is it? What's 175 divided by 2? 80. So I'm going to do $80. Oops. For my future Fridays. So then all in all, minus 50, minus 125, minus 50, minus 125, minus 100, minus 160, minus 200, 75, 50, 212, $15. And that I'm just going to have kind of like as an extra, but I'll just kind of put it in my Subscriber Saturday video. And who knows, sometimes this isn't always accurate. Sometimes I have more money, sometimes I have less. It really just depends. And so let me kind of do the denominations and then I'll kind of wrap everything up here at the end. So you guys, I'll just kind of fast forward through this part. All right, I kind of did my quick, easy breakdown, exactly how many, 192 ones, 54 fives, 29 tens, 21 20s. This is what it kind of broke down to. This is kind of how I adjusted it. Went down, went up 10, went up 8, went down 20. It usually all ends up working out. But yeah, so basically I'll take this and I'll take this and I will kind of go to the bank, get those denominations, and call it a day. That is all I have for today, folks. Nothing else to go over. That's kind of how I budget my paycheck. I hope you guys, why is this being so weird? There we go. I hope you guys, enjoyed watching. Hopefully you got something out of it, or hopefully you just, gain a different perspective on people who budget their paycheck and do kind of more of a zero-based budget. I am kind of bulk filming a couple of videos, as I feel like I've been saying constantly, like I'm going out of town this weekend, and so I don't know when you'll be seeing this, maybe Saturday, March 1st, and if that is the case, hello, happy March 1st, it is March, this year is flying by. I don't think you'll see this before any of that time, but if you do, cool, great, it's still February, so sorry. But that's really all I have today. I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that subscribe button, leave a like on this video, comment down below. Other than that, until next time, I hope you guys have a great day and a great night, a great week and a great weekend, a great time doing whatever it is you are doing while you are listening and watching this video, wherever you may be at. And until next time, guys, bye.